Wailing Forests fiction. I was 14 that time. One day me and my family went on a trip. My family loved going out on trips and explore while I loved doing video games. There were 6 of us, my mom, dad, brother, sister, and of course me. We packed up a couple clothes cause we were spending the week there before we left. I was downloading music I could listen to while we were riding through our filthiest van. It was a 7-hour drive, so I was pretty much tired the whole process, so when 4 hours passed I slept. I woke up in the middle of everyone bringing all the stuff out in the house. It looked like a very ugly house. It had that dead rat smell. Everyone was pleasantly smiling while I was disappointed. My father mumbled to me the place is not that bad. Followed with an awkward smile. We all came in the house. I was the last to enter while I was outside trying to get reception, but there was no service. A couple of hours and we started dinner. It was the longest dinner I have ever had cause it was so nice, and everyone was laughing just like a nice family dinner. After what seems like 2 hours have passed, they were still talking and chatting to each other, while I went to the room my parents told me I would sleep in. Then from there on I was tired so I could not help but crash to the bed. I woke up to an extremely loud thud. No one had seemed to hear it cause everyone was quiet. Then outside I saw a strange figure which looked very inhuman. It was dark, so it took me a couple of moments to realize what it was. It was a creature I could not tell the features it had cause it was dark. When it noticed me it hit the window and nearly shattered it. I was scared cause I did not expect. And I hear loud steps come towards my door who was my brother, and was mad cause I was too loud, and my dad yelled from the other room, "Hey! What is all this commotion going on?" I answered back, "It's nothing to worry about Dad." I expected him to go back to sleep, but instead came to my room and said what happened. I completely forgot about the creature that hit the glass, cause my head was hurting like hell, and when I remembered I told them all what happened and what I saw, and of course none of them believed me. That was one reason why I disliked most of my family members. I was mad, so I just went back to sleep, but I could not sleep well, cause there was wailing outside, but I just ignored it. The next morning I had found out that my parents' windows had been shattered. They came at my room, and we are looking at me all disappointed, as if I was the one who did it. I answered what Mom said. "Explain what happened to our room." I said, "I do not know." My dad said I'm grounded for the rest of the 4 months. I was furious. Why would they accuse me of something they do not even figured or knew about yet? I mumbled, "This is so f***ing stupid." Then my parents left my room as usual. We would eat breakfast, lunch and dinner. After my dinner I went back to my room. As soon as I got there that's when I started to hear wailing again, but this time it was human-like. It was my sister outside in the front yard. Everyone rushed out for my sister, and she had wounds, scratches. We got her in the house and asked her what happened, and what all was that for. She answered in fear and terror in her face, "There is something out there. It's gonna get us and kill us all." I knew there was something wrong. The shattered glass is not a coincidence. Said by me. My parents refused to believe her and me, so they just said to get some rest. We were bandaging her wound up, then told her to get some rest. Then I heard my brother shrieking in pain. As we ran downstairs he had bite marks, and thereon you knew there was really something happening. My parents took my brother and my sister to the nearest hospital, and the doctors could not tell what that bite was from, but the bite looks pretty bad, and that he would be okay. They said no signs of viruses or rabies, so we went back to the house. And my sister really was showing some signs of illness, but we did not thought much as the doctors said they were both okay. But the doctors were wrong. They were both vomiting blood all over again, until they were tired and went to sleep. They had a high fever. It's not done yet, it has just begun. My parents went back to bed, and next thing that happened I saw that strange figure again in the same window, except now I screamed for my parents and ran outside my room. My dad came in the room closing it, and then I heard glass shattering. I said out loud, "Holy shit," as my dad screaming in fear I never heard before. Me and my mother came to the room, and luckily my dad did not sustain any injuries, but he looked pretty scared and he was staring at something. It was the figure. Instead of the creature jumping at him, it looked like mine showed its teeth, then slowly crawled into the room. My mother passed out of panic, and my dad was quiet. And so was I was about to run when I had noticed a creature could not see, but it could only hear like a normal human. Luckily my dad noticed it and stayed as quiet. I was too scared to even think of something else, so I grabbed the axe at the near staircase which was gladly there, and I ran to the creature and struck it with the axe, and it let out a loud shriek. It could be here miles away. It crawled back out like a spider. As soon as it got out, me and my father were packing all the things. I woke my mother up and my brother and sister. We quickly all got in the car and drove away. Who knows what would happen if I did not pick that axe up. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button to support my work. And as always, enjoy the fear, my dear.